It's your boy, they call me, back here today, and I'm playing a Super Metroid randomizer. I like Super Metroid. It's one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite Metroid games as well. I won't tell you which one's my favorite. That's a secret that only the stream gets to know. So come on, check out the stream whenever I do it. I'm here today just because, I wanted to play a little bit of Super Metroid. I have a lot of fun with it. And, yeah. Randomizer. Okay, so if you don't know what a randomizer is somehow, that's pretty simple. All of the items are shuffled around. It's still beatable, but yeah, all the items are in random sort of places in the game. Like, for instance, sometimes you just get, an early spring ball that you can't do anything with, and so then you gotta wall jump out. Wall jumping is pretty simple. It's like jumping but against a wall. There's a little input, and it's really easy in this game. If you're not familiar with the randomizer, pretty much they opened up an extra door so you can do this trick here and get the screw attack. Ooh, the screw attack is an interesting grab here. Screw attack in Super Metroid allows you to break bomb blocks, but not shot blocks. So it's a little bit different from other Metroid games where it breaks shot blocks and it breaks, screw attack blocks. There are no screw attack blocks in this game, so it's really mainly just a basic upgrade, right? Now, I'm not too good at the pits in this room. Let's use our screw attack here. Already using it to break some of these bomb blocks and get the super missiles. Super missiles, very nice. Lets us open up green doors, but also opens up red doors. This is a little different from the Fusion randomizer in that the doors in this game are merely opened by weapons as opposed to being opened by the by door locks found around the map. Now, I can probably afford to use the screw attack to just kill these guys real quick. Now, we're gonna ignore that red door there. That was a map room. We don't care to go there because I already know what the game looks like. And we actually don't care to go much of anywhere. I could go check the first item in Gauntlet. I'm gonna go check that out, and if it's not worth it, then oops. Okay. So, I mean, the first thing I want to do here is save because Gauntlet is quite dangerous. Gauntlet is an area that has acid in it. Acid burns you to death very quickly. And there's a lot of bomb blocks. There's one item that I can reach without the morph ball and bombs at the end. Actually, I think with my exact equipment, I could get through if there was morph ball at the end of it. Now, wall jumps in this game are very free. You can do them from kind of far away from the wall, but they're not that free. So, if I mess up for, 15 minutes, it'd be pretty embarrassing. Boom. Alright, and now you gotta be careful here, because in this game, Samus is 3 tiles high, but the spin jump is only 2 tiles high. Meaning that if you get stuck underneath some bomb blocks, for instance, that you were spinning through, it can get pretty bad. Now here, I'm gonna wait because of the acid. I don't like the acid. We have to be careful once again with that pair there. I don't want to get stuck in crouching. That would be bad. Okay, there. See? So because I'm being careful, I'm being rewarded with more waiting. Which is fine, because I get through hitless very easily. An E-Tank. Well, I'll take an E-Tank. This might allow me to do some heck runs later on. Now I have to be careful not to get killed or grabbed by any of the... Oh. Let's see how fast my health dropped. Oh, no. Okay, I don't want to get grabbed by the grabber guy. If the grabber guy grabs you, and you fall in the acid, it's pretty much over. Okay, we made it out. A few minutes in already, we don't really have a lot of future prospects. We have to go to... I'm thinking we're gonna need to go to... Brinstar, so I'll just take a save again, and we're gonna head over there. We have access to exactly 2 items right now. So we need to get the morph ball in one of those three items. Although morph ball could technically be at spore spawn, which would be very funny. I don't think I need anything else to reach spore spawn besides what I have, so it could actually be a really interesting situation. Now, I suck at this. I've forgotten everything that I need to do. We're getting a lot of supers. It is actually looking like I'm being prepared to go and destroy spore spawn. Spore spawn is a very simple boss fight, by the way. I love the map of this game so much. If you're familiar with it already, then you'll love it too. This game just looks so nice. Let me check this room. I can look at what's in here, but if I go down... Yeah, let me check. Oh, it's a shot block. Okay, well then I'll grab this E-tank. Okay, cool. I can't get through the rest of that room even while running. Unless I have the speed booster or the morph ball. Morph ball is for a weird purpose, though. Don't worry about that right now. There's a trick that I can do with the morph ball, but since I'm not doing it right now, I'm not even going to bother clogging up your ears with things that you don't need to know. It's not contextually relevant, so you're more likely to forget it. That's how context works. Gravity suit. Okay, so then the bottom of this room is the last item. Gravity suit. This means that I don't have to deal with underwater nonsense. I was kind of looking forward to dealing with some underwater nonsense, though, because I have the spring ball. And there's morph ball. Okay, cool. Morph ball obtained. Now I can go do some nonsense. But I don't have bomb blocks, or rather, I don't have bombs, so the nonsense that I'm going to do is going to be back this way. With morph ball, I could technically head down the area known as Green Hill. We're not going to worry about that right now, though. Instead, we're going to go and do one of the most iconic Metroid speedrunning tricks of Super Metroid. In this room here, this is called the Mach Ball. Pretty much, if you press down... I have the spring ball on. If you press down while aiming down, you morph, right? If you do that while holding jump right as you land, you can retain your movement, your aerial momentum. You can retain your running momentum into a morph if you basically don't bounce against the ground, is how it happens. And you do that by morphing right as you hit the ground. You basically take away the bounce. The bounce doesn't exist anymore. All of your bouncer belong to nobody. Get wrecked, nerd. Now, there are two directions that I could go, and I think I'm going to go actually down this way. Would be the better play. Alright, so we're down here in the Green Hill Zone. That's what people in the community call this one. And I messed up the morph there. Gets ourselves some regular missiles. Regular missiles, they're nice for taking down, like, losers like that guy. And just, like, overall, more easy gameplay. For dealing with enemies than using my super missiles. But I already have so many supers that it doesn't really even matter what's easier or not. Gonna head up this way. Okay, get the rippers out of the way. And then this is kind of a tough wall jump, is what I would say if I was a liar. It's really easy. I don't want to go down yet into Norfair. That's a bad idea. And this way's one-wayed by power bombs, so while it's not really possible for me to softlock by going here because I can leave out the top, I have committed myself to whatever's in this room, which is more super missiles. Okay, well. Well, this is Xander Eater. They eat Xanders. Okay. I can leave out the top of Red Tower, So I'm not stuck here. And I can leave out the top because of this elevator. Now, this actually doesn't allow me to go to wrecked ship as much as I would like for it to. And these yellow doors require power bombs, by the way. So if you are wondering, Xander, why don't you go through the yellow doors? You have the yellow beam, that's why. Taking a save here, just because I need the extra health and ammo. I wasn't going to initially, but then I went through Gauntlet like an idiot and forgot that there's a bomb block that I need to be able to hit while morphing, which I don't have the ability to do. I can't hit them if they're on the floor like these ones right here, can't hit them. Luckily, not a big deal for me, because I'm very used to going through this room with the morph ball only. Little time saver. Okay, jerk. Now, I actually really suck at this boss fight, as you can tell. I got hit at all. Bomb Chorizo's dead. Bomb Chorizo is a boss, alright. Whoa, ambusher. Send me. Boom, easy. Alcatraz escape. If you press down while, like post wall jump, you pretty much instantly morph, so that's actually super duper easy. People often make it out to be much harder than it is. It's actually really easy to do. Once you know what you're doing, I should say. Oh. I want to go down this room faster, so... Boom, I got through the room. I want to get what's down here. You kill all the enemies in this room, and it unlocks the doors. Now you know. For the future. We're off to go get another 2 items that are down here. And hopefully get power bombs, which will allow me to wrap back around to... another part of the game a little bit better. Ding 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 ding. Alright, what's over here, huh? More missiles. What a waste of time. Cool, so I should have went down. Well, I'm gonna go back to where we split off at Red Tower. Alright, we're back at Red Tower, and let me tell you, one of the most enjoyable things about the randomizer for me has to be all of the scenarios where you have items that it would be, like, impossible to have as, like, a required combination. It forces me into doing things that I wouldn't otherwise do, and I think that that's beautiful. It really, like, a randomizer will give you a better appreciation for pretty much the entire video game's, like, structure, really. Like, you can get a good appreciation for the level design and everything that they thought about, but you can also get a good appreciation for how broken some items are, and appreciate, oh, that's why this was so far into the game, right? Because it has, like, this big effect on the game. Now, I actually don't want to go that way because there's a bomb block I won't be able to break, so we're going to go directly down to Norfair. I have 3 energy tanks here in Norfair, and not really a good amount of stuff to do. Like, I can go into here and hopefully with my screw attacks stop this enemy before it gets away. It's getting away. Great. Okay. I don't really care about this reserve tank, so I'll get it on the way out. Reserve tank doesn't help me much. I don't like reserve tanks. You can get hit again. Basically, a reserve tank refills your health if you were to take a killing blow. However, after the killing blow, you take another hit, like, again, right? And I think I'm actually stuck unless I do something very specific, because I'm dumb. Am I? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. So reserve tanks are a little bit of a pain. They're nice, though. They're like a worse energy tank, which is an interesting concept that I don't like. And out of all of the concepts I don't like it the least. Cool. I'm gonna try and go check out what's at Ice Beam. Now, depending on what it is, this might actually be a big investment that helps, but most of the time it's not. It's just like a bad item. That's not Ice Beam. That is Ice Beam. Alright, so this is another spot where you can use a Mach Ball. See, that kept my running momentum, which was very helpful. Now, these rooms are heated, meaning if I don't have a certain item called the Varia suit, I will take damage as long as I'm in it. It's kind of like acid, but in the air. Very dangerous. I get the charge beam. That's not exactly what we're looking for, but I'll take a charge beam. That means I'm going to have to do a much harder hell run to get out of here. Nope. Much, much harder. Oh. Can I even break this? No. So I'm in trouble. I'm in some major trouble. I might actually be dead if I can't do something very specifically well. Please tell me that this was enough speed. It was enough speed. Holy crap. I actually did it. I got out. That is a pro gamer Mach Ball right there. I had to get enough speed to actually get out the gate. Now, I could spend a million years here grinding, or I can go to a health refill station that's up here and save you all guys the time of watching that, so I'm gonna do that. Here's the health refill station, by the way. It's at the base of Red Tower, and it does what it says on the tin. Refills my health. One thing it doesn't refill is your reserve tank, so keep in mind you're still gonna have to refill that. Now back to Norfair. Red Norfair. Alright, I'm back in Norfair. I just took the opportunity to save, and I'm just refilling my health to full before we go through this expeditious hell run here that I have to do. Now, there's some adjustments that are made to the map to make the randomizer a little bit more interesting. Usually I don't like these, but these ones have been around so long that I do. Just because they're mostly non-intrusive things that just make the experience slightly easier for the player. They're not like a really huge, sweeping, logical change. Except for one that I just experienced, which was a small change to that room I was just in. Oh, and I died. I forgot to use my reserve tank, and I died. Okay, I'm actually going to use the reserves. I didn't want to have to, but I do have to. Oh, that's even worse news. The news just keeps getting worse. I'm gonna die. Because I fumbled the bag. I don't die! Wow. Look how much worse I did that time. I really just about fumbled it. Really just about died there. In the worst way possible. It's pretty bad. There's the ice beam. And I can technically refill my health here, although it's pretty annoying. The ice beam is going to help me a ton getting further up in this room. Oop, send me. What? Just ammo? I'm going to try it. And we make it to the health refill. Now, it's actually faster to turn off Ice Beam here because Ice Beam always takes 2 hits. Boom. Got him. Boom. Bang. Alright, alright. We got the refill. Very nice. Taking advantage of the situation to also refill my reserve tanks. Missiles, that's not so good. And super missiles. Ah, shoot. Can I get another refill here? We gotta do a bit more refill. Oh, and we're out of there. Nice and easy. Okay. Down to the next part. You gotta be careful about aiming with these platforms, because if you do your aims at the wrong time, or if you aim down, you could end up actually shifting your hitbox enough to move through them. And there's our power bombs. Now we just actually gotta get out. That's so sad. And the 1 HP clutch! But it's not enough. It's not enough until we get out of here. Ready your missiles. That's so sad. I'm such a failure to my people. God damn it. I lose. I just didn't do well enough. That was an unfortunate death that I had to run all the way back from, but it's okay, because now I have a new opportunity. And I just need to take advantage of it. Freeze you as high as I possibly can, and then, boom, send me. Okay. We're gonna try looking at this room. We know where power bombs are, but we don't have enough health or sustain of some kind to get to them quite as well as I would like. There it is. Enough health or sustain to get to them. I'll tell you, Bubble Mountain heat runs are pretty rough. You gotta know exactly where to jump, just the right momentum. You gotta know where all the enemies are, and how to play out a room to not get cooked, so to speak. Let me actually turn back on Ice Beam now, because it's going to be very helpful for getting my health back up, because instead of taking 3 hits to kill, it takes 2 on some of these guys in here. Which is a definite improvement most of the time. It's once you really have, like, one-shot beams that things are a little different. Okay. See, that distance is what I need to make with these jumps on the way out. Okay. We managed to make it out with a lot more health, a lot more distance. I think this is actually good enough that I don't need the reserve tank. Maybe. Oh, look at that. 50 energy in total. Didn't even need the reserve tank. Proof that I didn't need the energy tank as well. But having the extra safety, it just made me more confident to go for the heat run. And now we've got everything in Bubble Mountain. Now what we need to do is do another grind and shine refill. By the way, on my way here, I also picked up a super missile tank. I don't know if I caught that on footage, but it's the thing I did. I should have turned off my ice beam, since I knew I was going to be doing this here in a second. This is still the most efficient way to go, so I'm going to show you guys another trick here in a second. This trick is called the gate glitch. You have to basically jump at a gate with a certain angle and then shoot the missile, because basically missiles exist on like odd frames. They don't quite exist every single frame, and as a result, that means that they can be calculated to pass through objects if they're moving fast enough and at the right angle, which is how it manages to hit that switch. It's very neat tech, in my opinion, although not necessarily required. I don't know why this room is not heated, but it isn't. And it makes just a nice enough respite to get to this room here. We've got the energy refill. Now, I'm at a crossroads here. I'm at Crocomire, so I'm gonna do Crocomire, right? You piece. Boom. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crocomire is like a sumo wrestling match with a dinosaur. Each missile to the mouth makes him push back a step. Each super missile makes him push back 3 steps. Really, he just goes back a step for like every about 100 damage that he takes. So like a charge shot here, for instance. Assuming it doesn't hit one of his funny beams, would send him back a couple of steps. The charge beam's actually pretty strong. Whoops. Ooh, vanilla. Nice little E-tank. And now we wait for Crocomire to boil. Dun, 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 dun. Crocomire's a funny guy. He's one of the funnier bosses in this game. You do handle him like pretty much every other boss, though, where you just shoot him in the weak spot until he dies. But, like, it's like a really rudimentary strategy, I think. Ooh, you see that wall jump there? It was pretty slick. If I do say so myself. Gonna turn back on my ice beam now that I don't need to grind bugs anymore. Okay, you look like enough distance. Cool. There we go. Little frozen enemy, and wow! What a spot for the Varia suit. We already knew I had to do everything I did, but dang, that was cruel. What a cruel spot for a Varia suit. Well, now that we have what we do have, we can go all sorts of places. We actually, I think, have the right items required to go and beat the entire video game. Minus enough power bombs to make up for our lack of regular, non-powered variety bombs. I want to go see what's at Grapple. And the best way to do that is with another gate glitch. Now, gate glitches, they apply to any gate. Like this green one here, that is a green gate glitch. It's no different from a regular gate glitch, except that you need super missiles as opposed to being able to do it with regular missiles. I have so many super missiles that it's just worth it to always go for it. More supers. Nice. Now I could leave out the top, and I probably should. Alright, what was it, Grapple? Supers? Not so valuable. I have 60 supers, which is enough to do anything that I would want to. I'm gonna turn on Screw Attack. I'm gonna keep Ice on, actually. I have an idea. Now, most people at this point in the game would be like, you should go to Meridia, because you have everything you need, with an asterisk, to go enjoy some Meridia gameplay. Maybe you even go direct ship. Now me, I would normally not feel too inclined to agree, and in this circumstance it's no different. I'm gonna go check. I think this was a useless item, but I don't remember. Which useless item? Missiles. Okay, it was a useless item. I don't need another missile tank. Look at how many missiles I have. 40. I need more supers than I need missiles in this game. And 60 supers is enough for Mother Brain. Plus I have charge, so I'm literally don't need to pick up ammo anymore. I'm going to go to Ridley. We're gonna go to Lower Norfair, Deep Norfair. It's gonna be fun and great, and everybody's gonna have such a great time. Look how easy that room is, by the way. And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. There are multiple ways to go to Deep Norfair. One personal favorite of mine is a technique that is very delightful. Now, I need this guy to stop being such a jerk. And then I need to turn off my gravity suit here, which will cause me to fly all the way up to where I can do that wall jump. That's called a gravity jump. You basically make the game's momentum underwater take effect with the speed that you have from non-underwater jump start. So see how quickly I jump up? I'm basically retaining that speed and gaining much greater distance for it. It's really cool. It's such a dope technique, and I'm glad I got to show it off in this run. And this is the kind of stuff that I do all the time in Super Metroid, you know? It's like one of my favorite things about this game is just how much freedom of movement exists. Oh shit, now get the power bomb out so I can nuke the rippers here. I got 3 of them. Oh, I got 4 of them. There's 6 in the room. And optimally, I could have got 5 there, but I got 4, which is fine. Another reserve tank, don't need this. Let's go check out Chorizo's thievery. Another power bomb, that's very good. Oh, good, and we actually got him set up perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. 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 2, 3, 4, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. What an easy fight. Honestly, I've never even heard the name Chorizo. Now, one small problem, I'm an idiot. If this surprises you, it shouldn't. I seem to have forgotten one very minorly important aspect of the game, and that is leaving Chorizo once I have entered. Now I know that Chorizo had nothing of value except a power bomb tank, but I am stuck. Also something that I do all the time in Metroid randomizers. Get myself stuck because I'm an idiot. And I don't know how to think with my brain. I don't think I have enough height. Nope, not even close. It is officially improbable for me to get out. Although I do have an idea. I'm gonna try it. First things first, I need to break those bomb blocks. And second things first, I need to turn off my spring ball. This is called a spring ball jump. Pretty much you turn on the spring ball in the middle of your jump, and it causes your spring ball, if you haven't reached the peak, it causes your spring ball to spring right in time. Now I'm gonna try it from here, because this might give me just enough height. No, I bumped. Okay. So I need to do it from slightly further away from the wall and slightly earlier, or lower. I think I reached the peak of the jump there, so it's not going to work. But I'm going to try it, and we're out! Ooh! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, wow. And this is the true optimal power bomb placement experience, is getting 6 rippers. It's worth so much I'm actually going to do it again. Once I'm up to 48 super missiles, I feel like I have enough for everything. Okay. Now luckily we can grind up our power bombs here. So a couple of power bombs there. I'll do a little bit better power bomb management because we don't have regular bombs. Remember, we don't have them. We need enough to get to Ridley and out of Ridley. Now, there's acid rising from the bottom of this room. This would be a really deadly room without Gravity Suit, or without Varia. There's that phenomena I was talking about where you can get a little stuck. Gonna use Screw Attack to kill these guys. Nice. And then gotta set off the power bomb up there. And we're gonna do another spring ball jump here. Luckily, this one's a lot easier than the last one I had to do, because the lip is like way less close. But it's a little tough because the direction... Okay, that might make it. That might make it. I've got a whole jump coming out of it. Nice. Out of the pause. We've managed to make it. Oh, tough, tough, tough. But we've made it. To the Steamboat Willie room. Hello, Steamboat Willie. Mickey Mouse. Starring Mickey Mouse. Alright, and now we gotta get through this room next. This room is kind of a pain. Without high jump, it's a real pain. It feels like a real race through the room. Luckily, Screw makes it a lot easier because I can kind of just like blow these guys up instead of having to avoid them. But it is kind of an intense room if you're not particularly as knowledgeable about the room's layout. And I really like that room. Regardless, I think it's really fun. Okay, one power bomb. We need another one here. We need another one here. Another one here. You can be hopeful for a drop here, but sometimes you just don't get them. Another one there. Plus this E-Tank. It's a really nice get. You can take damage and then kind of just morph through those platforms because of the way that your hitbox shifts. And then 1, 2, 3, easily done. 1, 2, 3, very stylish. I love fighting the Golden Pirates. They're vulnerable to a lot of things. They usually die in a couple of shard shots if you have some beam upgrades. I don't really have the beam upgrades that would facilitate the damage. So that's something to keep in mind there. We get some extra power bombs here on the way into Ridley. Ridley's an interesting fella. He's got some pretty interesting patterns, as you may have know. But more noticeable than that is that he's actually 2 times weak to super missiles. So if you can get him locked in a pattern where he's taking lots of damage from super missiles, it's really nice. Boop, boop, boop. Get him out of the way. The tail can hit you through Screw Attack, so you gotta be careful. Now, luckily, I'm taking, like, no damage. I think I just about have him killed. Morph Ball. Grab me, dang it. There you go, he's dead. Ridley, rather, can survive long past the best before date of the Ridley in question. And so what you end up needing to do is, like, you basically need to let him grab you. It's kind of like checking if the milk is expired. You gotta get Ridley past the sniff test. There, he didn't make it past the sniff test. Luckily, we didn't have to find out that he was expired way after, and it ends up being like a long, arduous, like, journey. Instead, we kind of kill him early. Put him out of his misery, so to speak. His body falls apart. Ooh, I actually managed to not get hit twice there. I saw during a randomizer tourney, one of the commentators was impressed that somebody did those wall jumps, and so ever since then I've just made it a point to never miss those. Not because I care about the commentator being impressed, but because I want impressive to be my baseline for a lot of things that I do, right? Like, wasn't it impressive how much damage I took there? It was not a lot, that's for sure. Can I please hit this thing? Thank you. Impressive. If you make impressive your baseline, then what you've done is you've made yourself a more... I think a more interesting individual, personally. Just because, like, if impressive is your baseline for the thing that you do all the time, and impressive is the baseline for things that you don't even do all the time, then eventually you start to form, like, an impressive personality. And I value having an impressive personality. Now, what exactly an impressive personality really means is up to reader interpretation, I think. I'm gonna check what this is so I don't have to do this if I'm wrong. I have to do this, by the way. That is a very nice thing to find, that speed booster. I love speed booster. Speed booster, one of my favorite items in all video games ever. I remember a story back before I did the speedrunner versus hunter videos. I had somebody recognize my videos and call me out, saying, no way that you do this particular crumble block puzzle without spring ball. Now, I did it with spring ball this time, but I'm like, yeah, no, all the time. It's just like a thing that you learn how to do with enough randomizers. Especially SMZ3 randomizers, because I can't tell you how... It's impressive how in those old, like, Super Metroid Zelda 3 multi-world lobbies I was in, how there are so many checks in the game, and I spend so much time not being able to play it because other people are worse at the game than me. Granted, I've always been kind of like the stronger side of like the Metroid players in that, but I've recently got a respectable Zelda 3 rando. I think. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. If you ask my friend Zed, he'd probably tell you I'm full of shit, but that's up for him to think, you know? He's also much better at it than I am and probably thinks he's pretty bad. Or at least pretty boomer with the strategies. So, again, skill, or rather the perception that you're good at something, is always going to be relative to the next best person and how they view themselves. One thing I've actually been trying to avoid is making a lot of self-disparaging comments about rather average performances. Because if I start making disparaging comments about my average performance, then what do you think somebody who on average performs worse than me is going to feel about themselves whenever I say that? They're going to be like, damn, I couldn't do that. And you thought that was bad. What do you think about me? And usually what I think about you is thank you so much for watching. I do deeply appreciate it, by the way. But most of the time, I'm only thinking about my own performance as poor, not other people's. However, perception is a dang beast, and so I've been trying to be better about it, at least on stream. Like, only if something was truly terrible. Like, a casual playthrough enjoyer shouldn't have had that happen to them. That I'll be like, dang, that was pretty bad. Or if I'm world record pace and literally the baseline is my last run, right? Or my baseline is the world record. Like that right there. Most people probably wouldn't be able to do what I'm trying to do. Well, okay, most people could probably do this, but like most people would probably not try to go for what I did there. And so if I said that was terrible, then person would be like, oh, well, dang. Like right here, I'm about to go for Kraid Quick Kill. I'm probably gonna miss it because I miss it a lot. Yeah, I missed it again. I just don't do the setup right. I feel like I drop my inputs too much. Dead. And still, I did a fast Kraid. Compared to, like, the average person's Kraid fight. I just miss the quick kill all the time. I used to say that was pretty garbage whenever I would get a kill that was, like, in, like, the top 10% of a casual player's Kraid fights, right? Now I'm like, that was not ideal. Or, oh, I messed up there. Which is perfectly reasonable because what I was trying to do was different from an average person's goals, right? Now, does that mean that I'm better than the average person? No. The average person is better at a lot of things than I am, like having money. Probably. I don't know. But I guess I digress a little bit. I did a little bit poorly there for what I wanted to do. I performed poorly in my goals. There it is. And yeah, I mean, try to be mindful, right? Now, it's not always your fault if somebody decides to get butthurt about a thing you said, right? It's not always your fault. Sometimes that person just has personal things that they need to work out. And maybe instead of going to a therapist, they go to the YouTube comments, right? But, you know, don't let that stop you from trying to think about what you're saying a little bit more. Now, I did the down back there properly, but then messed up. That's on me. Ooh, super missile tank. Do I need it? Would I get something out of having that one extra super tank? Probably not. I should probably try and wrap this up, because I've been here for about an hour and 15 minutes. So I think I'm gonna just take what I can find on the way to Dragon, and then go and defeat Dragon and Phantoon. Call it a good day. I messed up. Up I go. The other day I had like a long suitless section in here. I was really looking forward to not getting a very early gravity suit this time. Partly because I wanted to show off a little bit of suitless Meridia, but there'll be more seeds that ask me to do suitless. Especially if I start doing like multi-worlds with the boys. Poking your head out, I see. Boop, you're dead. What an easy boss, by the way. One of my demons for a long time was actually Batoon. Batoon used to give me so much more trouble than he does these days. And the reason for that is actually pretty simple. Is that Batoon's random patterns, I wasn't prepared for all of them. I'm gonna spark up this room even though it costs me energy, because just like speed, right? I don't want to fall in the sand and be stuck, so I should have froze that guy and then used him as a platform. Okay, I meant to take a damage boost there. I didn't do that thing. Ooh, look at that. Little bit of the around town. My commentary's starting to wane a little bit. I should really I should really, like, wrap this up soon. Also, I missed an item up here because I missed a jump, and so I'm trying to get that. Dude, I hate Speed Booster sometimes. Nope, I messed up. I didn't actually start the jump. I messed up is like one of my most common phrases. It has to be, right? Ooh. Get me out of this freaking water, dude. I wish it was easier to switch between the suit. I mean, it's easy, but I just wish it was less tedious to switch between the suits. We got that item. Very nice. Now I gotta take out Dragon, and I have low ammo for the Dragon fight, so it's probably gonna be, if I had to guess, more speed booster oriented gaming. Let's see if I still got it. Oh, I kind of have it. I missed the spark there. Bang! That's a hit. Or was it? I can't actually tell. Alright. Dude's spamming gonk. I missed again? What is this? That's another hit. Oh. Getting dive bombed. Alright, let's just start spamming missiles. Got him. Alright, easy. Yeah, my comms during boss fights needs to improve. I spend so much time focusing on, like, not dying, but, like, come on, look at my health. I was doing a really good job there. All things considered. Dragon was also one of my demons for a while. Still is kind of like a tough boss for me. And the reason Dragon's a tough boss is pretty oh, I did that in the wrong order. Pretty simple, actually. Is because I suck. No. What did I just say about, like, not saying stuff like that? It's not because I suck. It's because Dragon is tough. The best strategies for Dragon involve, like, this series of complicated shine sparking techniques where you let go of jump and then, or you let go of run and then only press it at certain times to build up your... Oh wait, hold on. I think this is something that I can... Nope, they put a lip above that. I forgot. Okay. Don't worry. What was I saying? Yeah. Pretty much the speed booster checks if you're running, not every frame, but only on certain frames. And because it's checking if you're running only on those frames, if you let go during the other frames, then you build up less speed while still building your speed booster. And that, in itself, allows you to gain distance with your speed booster that you wouldn't otherwise gain. Anyway, I need to actually go back into this room. It's called a short charge, just lets you do it in shorter spaces. One thing that I tend to do is I delay pressing run at the start of my run-ups. Now, I missed a mock ball there that would have made that room even cooler. Well. And we're on our way out now. There's some bomb blocks here, by the way. Nice little shortcut here. That lets you get out of the Snail Apocalypse City a little faster. We're gonna head out. I think up about there is where I want to spark, so... No, actually, it was there, clearly. Yeah, yeah, it was right there. Cool. Now, I'm gonna do another spring or another gravity jump. You guys are learning a lot about gravity jumps today. Or at least you're learning a lot of practical use cases for gravity jumps. Gravity jumps are fun. It's not even a glitch. It's, I mean, sure, you can call it an exploit, but it's definitely not a glitch. And it's very, very, very cool. I like to just call it a technique. Now, we're headed over to the wrecked ship now. The wrecked ship is home. I'm gonna check first high jump here because I want high jump. Is home to the terrible Phantoon. Nope, instead I get even more super missiles. Dang, this is a lot of supers. I'm going to say that. A lot of supers. And Phantoon's big deal is that he doesn't like getting hit by super missiles. Which is why I'm saving some of my missiles right now. And trying to collect some missiles. Get absolutely disintegrated. Another practical use case for the gravity jump exists here. I think I did it poorly there. Yeah, I did it too poorly, so I lost my speed too quickly there. That was also a little bit bad, because I could see... yeah, it was pretty poor. One more. We're gonna try one more time. Did I get it at all that time? Nope. I'm just sitting there, unmenacingly. That was too late. Or that was too early. That was too early. We do it again. That was it. That was it right there. This one has the speed. Boom. Easily done. Now I'm going to switch back into my gravity suit. And look at that. Little short charge, plus a little bit of uphill. Let me get into here with a Shine Spark. Much faster. Little mock ball there, just for the funny of it. And this is one that I tend to like grabbing. I don't tend to like doing a spring ball. But I did. And yeah, the wrecked ship's big gimmick is that the wrecked ship is powered down when Phantoon is alive and powers up when Phantoon is dead. Phantoon's big gimmick is that he's a big jerk and will bully you with a pretty rude attack spread if you hit him with a super missile. People who are like super missile big damage, therefore super missile best option, are usually the people that end up getting murdered in randomizers. Phantoon also has a bunch of random attack patterns. He's about to shoot like here. Yep. And Phantoon can be stun locked with a proper usage of missiles at a set frequency and set speed. He's about to shoot now. Yep. Now, unfortunately, I ran at him, so I actually got hit there. That was dumb of me. You don't want to run whenever you're trying to stun lock him with missiles. He's got another pattern in him for sure. Yep, there he is. I missed the super fire. I think he's one missile and a super away from death, so I'm gonna do it. Boom, there it is. Got him! If I finish him off with the super, that saves me needing to fire 2 missiles, I believe. Which doesn't sound like a lot. Well, it might be more, actually. He might be weak to it, in which case it saves me having to fire 5 missiles. Or, yeah. It saves me 6 missiles, but if I counted in firing the super as firing a missile, then it only saves 5. Which is a lot given how effective the stun lock is if you do it very correctly. I don't like Speed Booster, by the way, without high jump. Speed Booster without high jump is so annoying because, like, your momentum, you end up losing a lot of momentum on jumps. Oh, that sucks. Send me in here. Wave Beam. Very nice. That's going to help me with strategies against the Metroids. In Tourian. The final area. And I'll be sure to explain a little bit of that. Why am I going and killing bosses, for instance, when I could be going straight to the final boss with the items I have? What is bombs doing here? Okay, well, now I'm definitely going to Tourian. And if you didn't know, Tourian's entry is like really early in the game, actually. It's over here. So you can enter Tourian through this hallway. And then at the end of the hallway, you'll have this room. Now, this room usually has these statues in it. Each of these statues represents a boss we've defeated. You may notice we've got Ridley, Kraid, Phantoon, and Dragon. Dragon and Phantoon. Each one of these bosses holds the key to unlocking this elevator, and once all 4 are defeated, we can go and defeat Mother Brain and the Metroid threat. Metroids have a pretty simple takedown procedure. You shoot them with this this fun stuff called the Ice Beam, which allows you to kill the Metroids, which is pretty nice. Killing the Metroids is always the goal of this area. You don't want to get grabbed by the Metroids, though, because if they grab you, then they start doing some crazy shit to your body, like this. Most of the time, if I get grabbed by a Metroid, I start spamming power bombs, because fun fact, Metroids actually take damage from power bombs. And they stop dealing damage to you while they're taking damage from power bombs, which is also very nice. Now, Wave Beam. Wave Beam is a really nice thing to have right now. I'm gonna clear this guy. Still living another day, Dust Torizo. Very nice. What's going on here? Oh, yep. Giant side hoppers. They cannot be killed by any means by Samus. They can only be killed by, oh, the baby Metroid! The baby Metroid. Now, I don't have the means to survive the baby Metroid's attack, so I will simply be close to killed. The baby Metroid will put me on 1 HP, and that's all the HP I have for the final boss. Is what I would say if I was a liar. Actually, I can just go heal. Get out of here. The baby Metroid recognizes my health alarm, because this is the sound it makes whenever I was low trying to save it from the Ridley. Of course, I didn't start in Ceres Station, so you wouldn't know that. And actually, I could have spawned in a much different places in this game than I did. With the randomizer I'm using, it's kind of the Varia randomizer that's built into the Archipelago randomizer. Oh, I have to turn off my screw attack for this trick. I'll explain the randomizer in a moment. Okay, that there is a clip. It's called Zebetite Skip. I freeze the ring guys called Rinkas. I froze one as it spawned in, which caused it to become a victim of circumstance. I then used its body to clip into the tube And the other tubes don't spawn unless the first tube is broken. So I just basically pushed myself through it with invincibility frames and the power of one ringy boy. Now, I don't mind taking any damage here. I need to be knocked down to about... I need to be knocked down to about, 3 E-tanks, or just above 3 E-tanks. So here's good. Oh wait, no, here. So I have 3 E-tanks and 60, I'll be knocked down to 60. And boom, cutscene time. I would go for a funny trick, but I'm not going to this time because I'm a very confident guy. Drink a little bit of my soda while I watch the baby Metroid defeat the Mother Brain. I forgot to explain, Mother Brain takes about 60 super missiles to get knocked into doing the funny, iconic Super Metroid cutscene. This is one of my favorite times to let you know that if you are enjoying the content and want more stuff like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do like it when people do subscribe. It makes me feel good. That's simple. It's like the lizard brain at work, right? If you leave a like, let me know that you like this stuff more than average, and it'll let YouTube know that they should show this to more people. And that ultimately helps me help you with more informative Metroids randomizer content. Now, I might not be the most informative Metroid randomizer guy. Well, I might be the most informative Metroid randomizer guy out here for cross a lot of games, just randomizing and explaining my thought process through and through every single run. However, that doesn't mean much right now because the baby Metroid has been killed, and I'm gonna kill you! Not the viewer. I'm gonna kill you, the viewer! Oh. Looks like I'm getting a little bit too spicy. Oh, I've been hit by an onion! How dare you. Yep, it takes about shots until Mother Brain dies to kill Mother Brain with the Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam don't care. And neither do I. I've killed you. Escape time. By the way, let me know if you know somebody more informative than me across general Metroid randomizers. I'd love to learn from them so that I can steal their knowledge and become the most informative. The reason I want to be the most informative is because then I'm the most informed, right? And also because I like to provide a nice bit of a service to the people who watch my videos. I want to give them something. Did I turn off Space Jump? I never had Space Jump, Xander. Okay. I didn't ever get Space Jump. I forgot that I never got Space Jump. But it made for some of the coolest gameplay in this video, so maybe it was worth it. I wonder if a task could have done what I tried to do there. Oh, I suck. Now I have to, I have to do this properly. Which, as it turns out, I'm not very good at. Ah, the freaking speed booster. Getting hit by every steam jet on the way out. Okay. I'm done. There it is, GG. What was I saying? I'll probably say it in the future. I like to be the most informed. Anyway, that is the Super Metroid randomizer here for you. I'll be sure to do a lot more of these because, I mean, I didn't even get to show off most of the areas of the game and a lot of cool tricks that I would absolutely love to show you guys. If there is a person that you want to learn more cool tricks and stuff from than me about Super Metroid, I recommend watching Oats and Goats. He is by far, I think, the most informative, just show by doing Super Metroid players out there. He has a lot of knowledge about the game and a lot of skill to actually do the tricks that he would be required to do in order to finish off a run. 136.34 real time. That is a really long randomizer. That being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. I do deeply appreciate it. I'll be doing more randomizers and stuff like this and trying to learn more so that I can show you more. I find randomizers for Metroid games very, very interesting. They're one of my favorite pastimes to just like pop up and do, and they really give me a great appreciation for the games as a whole. And so I hope that I'll be able to show off more games randomizers. And I will see you next mission.